Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Inspire and Connect podcast. We're coming to you live today from the Penrod Arts Fair in the greater Indianapolis area, and we have done this arts fair as a chapter 11 times. So we have a lot of experience with Penrod, and we really value singing in the community. But my name is Katie Beverly, and today we're doing a podcast episode for Inspire and Connect that's all about family. So I am here with a very important barbershop family in our Circle City Sound. So I've got Steve Cline, I've got Kevin Cline, and I've got Caroline Cline. And they're all going to tell us about what barbershop means to them and their family. So we'll start with you, Steve. Steve, how many years have you been with CCS now?
44.
Yeah. Okay. So Steve's been with the chapter since long before I was born.
Yes, it's a major part of my life.
And then we've also got his son, Kevin. And Kevin, how long have you been in the chapter?
In the chapter, 8 years, I believe, maybe 9. But I mean, obviously, within the chapter for literally my entire life.
Yeah, same. Kevin and I both now serve on the board, and we have a lot of shared experience because we've both been with this chapter many more years than our membership cards say. So, Steve, we'll go back to you. What is the most important thing about CCS to you?
To me,
Yeah.
it's the camaraderie of the guys that have got lifelong friends that have been developed over 40-some years. And it's been amazing for me. They're a great support group. It's great to be with them and sing every opportunity we have. And probably the main highlight for me was when my son decided to come and sing with me. I was trying to get one of my kids to come sing. And he finally did it. It was totally overjoyed by it.
Yeah, and then Kevin, what's the most important thing about CCS for you?
Yeah, so my answer is twofold. First and foremost, I love being in the chorus because I'm with my dad. That shared experience, obviously, going back to me growing up in barbershop, and never singing it until later on in life, it's reconnected us, or I guess connected us even further in our bond, in our relationship. And so CCS, I guess, is just the avenue that we get to share that, and we both love it, certainly. Secondly, I love the growth of our chorus, specifically musically. I love to see where we've been, even my time as a kid, just being immersed in it, to even where I started 8 years ago to where we are now. The thrill of growing with our brothers in song and collectively, reaching newer heights. That brings me coming back for sure.
Yeah, and I have another question. So today we're here all about community engagement. We're at the Penrod Arts Fair, Indiana's nicest day. So what does community engagement and CCS mean to you, Steve?
Well, just sharing music with people more than anything else. And that's one of the very few things that really can bring joy to everybody. And so we look forward to opportunities like this when we can get around this many people and be able to share not only our voices but also share our hobby and get people looking. We're always looking for male singers to increase the size of our force, and so this is a big opportunity for us to share what we know about barbershop on the inside. It's been a great vehicle for us.
Yeah, and then Kevin, turn to you with that question.
So, in my opinion, obviously on the radio, acapella is never around. So I think bringing acapella to the community, first and foremost, I think it is a tremendous genre of music that I think people probably used to be more immersed to back in the day, and maybe it's rekindling for them. Maybe it brings up positive times in their life that maybe they've forgotten about, and it's a great feeling. Or maybe it brings up a conversation in their family, after hearing us. Hey, remember about this? Or wow, that was really good. Or hey, I wish more music was like this. I think I think within the community, just kind of inspiring them to learn, again, broader ranges of music and what acapella brings, basically to the heart.
Yeah, well, I have one final question for these two, and it is, if you were going to invite someone to join the chapter, what is the most important thing you would share with them to get them to join? So Steve, we'll start with you.
Well, first thing I do is find out where they do their singing. That's a kind of an approach I have with people when somebody looks like they're looking interested in what we're doing here. And so I'll ask them, where do you do your singing? And so that's my connection with people. And I also tell them that it's something that you don't have to know how to read music. You just have to have a love for singing. And we have opportunities in our chapter and our course to learn to be better singers. And as our motto is, every voice matters. Every voice matters. And that doesn't make any difference what quality of singer you are. When you first get in, you can improve and be an asset to the chorus, to the whole body of the chorus.
Yeah, and then Kevin, we'll turn it to you.
Yeah, so people I talk to, kind of the instant feedback I get, either non-verbally or obviously, is it seems intimidating, right? So I try to basically humanize a little bit in the sense of, first and foremost, it's a great brotherhood that we share. And it's a great time that we get together. We get to enhance our lives through those relationships. Secondly, obviously, it's about singing and kind of piggybacking. You don't need to be a world-class singer. You don't need to know how to read music. We have so many tools already in place by our great music team and leaders that no matter what stage you are as a singer, you can 100% be welcome, feel welcomed, like you're not out of place at all. And I basically just try to explain to people that when you get inside the group, when you're singing on stage, you'll have feelings that you've never had before, and obviously all positive. And I think barbershop music, and collectively with those you've spent a lot of time with, is it's a tremendous experience for sure.
All right. Well, thank you, Steve, Kevin, and Caroline, for joining us today. And we wish you all to have just a wonderful day, and we hope you enjoyed our podcast here today that focused on family. So thanks so much. Bye.